And you can right click on that and then click the clear button and it'll clear the screen. And and then if your squelch is set like it is down here on the right corner of my screen right here, you'll see that that's bouncing even with my squelch wide open, right? So that my squelch is now wide open. And and it's still above the noise floor there. If I drop it down below the noise floor, you'll see that it starts getting gibberish up there again,
Yep.
right? So I just usually keep it just barely above. You might get a stray character once in a while, and on FM that's fine, but you don't want to use a squelch on sideband on HF. You want to leave that off. So because you can't hear the weak signals on sideband, right? So if there's this weaker signal, you'll still copy them 100%. It's not like FM. So you'll still copy them, but if your squelch is set too high, you're not gonna be able to copy them at all because you won't hear them.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the squelch setting there. This diamond one, it always stays on all the time as long as your audio is okay. And by okay, I mean this green bar that's on the bottom right here. I like to have that set right around 20 all the time. That gives you your maximum receive and all that kind of thing.
Okay.
So, so the first thing that let's get into is preparing a message to use with FLAmp. Okay. So what you're going to do always use Notepad. Don't use Word, don't use LibreOffice. You want to use Notepad.
Okay.
I gotta find Notepad. If you can't find it, type it in the little search bar on your bar down there, and it'll come up Notepad. Just type in Note, and it's the very first one there.
I just stuck the icon down in the bottom of that bar, so
Okay. Okay. So this is what you've got. You've got Notepad, so you can type whatever you want to type in there. Now, are we all on let's see, what's the frequency? I forget.
146.600.
Okay. Okay, got it. So are we all on the air, I assume?
I am.
Getting
Yep.
there.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not
I'm not
seeing I'm not seeing your notepad. Do you have your notepad up or
I do. How come it's not showing up? It's on share screen. Let me.
we're seeing your FL Digi screen.
Oh, are you? Okay. There you go. Now you see it?
Yep. Yep, we got it.
So just type something in there. It doesn't matter what you type. And then you can just sign it at the bottom if you want. Then go ahead and at the once you get whatever you want typed in there, go to File at the top left-hand corner and Save As. When you click Save As, you can name that file whatever you want it to be named.
Um,
And then on the left right here.
file. Hold on a minute, Steve.
Okay.
Save as. Okay. And then wherever you want to put it.
On the left-hand side, make sure that you select where you want that to go. Like usually I just put it to my desktop, or you can put it, wherever you want to, just wherever you're going to remember where that file is that you want to send. But for this demonstration, I'm just going to have it saved to my desktop.
Okay.
So I selected desktop and named it, and then just click save.
Should be here, but can't find it.
Uh, see where it saved it though.
I'm having the same trouble.
Okay, so whatever you named it, go down to the bottom again and type that whatever you saved it at and is in that search bar, and it'll be the first one to come up
Go down to the bottom of what?
on your taskbar and type in the name of the
So it's the Windows
file.
taskbar.
Yeah, of the file you saved. Yeah, at least it should. Yeah. So I saved mine as demo, so it's just demo.txt. And for some reason, I don't know why it's not showing. Oh, there it is down at the bottom, duh. Okay.
Are we supposed to open the file?
No. Okay, so
Okay.
now bring up FLamp and go to the transmit screen. You see the little right here at the top, it says transmit.
Right.
Okay, got it?
You see the DND, Delta November Delta right here?
Yes.
Okay. What I'm gonna have you do is left click on the file that you just made, left click on it, and drag it over and hold it over that. You'll see a plus sign right there when you drag it over, and just release it.
Okay, over the DND.
Right. And
Drag
it'll
and
put it
drop.
right here in the bottom where that file is.
And it's
Gotcha.
left click.
Yeah, left click and hold it, and then drag it over. And then once you get over top of the DND, just release the mouse button.
Okay. Worked.
Okay, good, good. So Jeff, if you want to go ahead and send, let's see if David's copying you. David, you can turn down your volume on your radio like I have done, and open your squelch counterclockwise all the way open so that it's making noise, but turn the volume down so you don't have to listen to it. That makes your radio as sensitive as it can be. And
Yeah.
I don't know that you'll be able to hear Jeff send, but you may. So go ahead and send Jeff, and then
Hit that XMIT key.
yeah, you can on this one you can hit XMIT or XMIT all, either one. If you and I'll show you how to. Well, let's get into that in a minute. So yeah, just go ahead and hit XMIT.
Should be coming.
Yep. Are you copying it, David, by chance?
No, I'm not getting anything. I'm on 146.600.
Yeah, and I'm behind the mountain from them, but I'm still copying them about 4 bars.
I'm at 146,940.
Maybe we should have gone to 9.4 and done it.
I'm on 146,940.
No, you're not. You're right here. You're on the 446. That's what you're transmitting right
Can you,
there.
Jeff, can you guys get into the 449-900 up there?
I have no idea.
Okay, because with that big antenna, you might be able to get into the 449-900.
What are they? You got a name for it?
Pardon me?
You know what the ERC calls it by name?
Not by name.
Hey, I'm transmitting. Is anybody getting that?
Yeah, you're off frequency though. You're down around 1,000. You should be at 1,500 on the waterfall.
What frequency were you asking about? The 446? What is it?
449.900. Yeah, David, you're down too far. You need to be up at 1,500 on the waterfall.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, look down at the bottom of the waterfall in between the two arrows.
Right?
That should be 1,500 right there.
Oh, it's 820.
Yeah.
Let me try that. See
Yeah,
if
if you can key that up and try it, and if it works, I know David can get into it, and we can just move over to the 449-900. That's been reserved by the ERC for digital communications repeaters. So
It-
where the 9.4 is not, it's a civil defense repeater or the Races Aries repeater.
Okay, well, now that I'm in where I'm supposed to be, do you want to try 146,600?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm still there, David. You bet. Go ahead and transmit.
So Steve, you said we were gonna try 149,
449.
149,
449 900.
449.
Might be the Manan Butte repeater UHF. It's in the same area. It's in the same place, but are you sending, David?
No, it doesn't. It's giving me a cancel option,
Um,
but it's not giving me a transmit option.
well, go ahead and click cancel first. Now go ahead and then on your FLamp screen, go ahead and hit transmit again.
Uh, it won't let me. I changed my frequency again down to 11.
Oh, you've got the AFC on. Make sure that AFC down in the right-hand corner by your squelch is off.
It's off.
Oh, it is? How come it keeps changing? You should be able to stay on 1500 on the
So
waterfall.
I've got a red diamond to the left of the AFC.
Yeah, that's fine. That's just your audio. That just indicates you got good audio.
Steve, Give
Okay,
me the-
usually it's green, not red.
Okay, so you're too hot a transmit receive. So you need to adjust your
449.
volume so it goes down. Look at my slider bar. If you're
Okay,
above 20, that's too hot.
Okay,
You need to be down
I
minus
adjusted it.
20. Okay.
Lower the receive, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that'd be the microphone or the receive, whichever.
Okay,
Yeah, it's the same thing. So
Steve, the frequency is 449 900.
yes,
What about a tone?
100. And it's a minus offset, Jeff.
Okay.
and transmitting.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, and it's coming across just fine. So you'll see if I go to the receive screen now, I received the one from Jeff, and as soon as the one from the David's sending is done, it will show up there as well. And then I'll show you something else here after that's complete. Okay, now if you'll see right up here in the middle, you see these blocks. These blocks indicate that the message has been received without any errors. Okay, so let me
We've got a
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to transmit a little longer message. Let me try something here.
hold on a minute.
Okay.
Help me set the offset on this, see if I can figure it out. I've got a Kenwood TMV 71. You familiar with that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So are you in VFO mode?
Um,
So you can adjust the frequency? Is that what you're in?
Yeah.
Okay. And you've got 449 900 showing on the display?
yep, and 100 hertz tone. I just
Okay.
need to.
Okay. And the tone is turned on. It's showing a T in the screen.
Yes.
Okay. So push the F key once and then the T select.
Well, that gives me the 100 hertz tone.
Oh, wait, you wanted the offset. I'm
Offset.
sorry. Oh, okay. So the F key and then shift. And you'll see it go to minus or plus. If it goes to plus, click it again so it's minus.
Okay,
Okay, and then let me go over there and see if I can hear you.
I'll go over there too.
Okay.
I'm lost.
just a minute. Can we talk on that?
Yes.
KB
The
7.
transmission power, Steve, it should be low, medium, or high.
Whatever you need to reach it with, probably medium. I would set yours at medium. I'm not sure. I'm not there yet either, Jeff, so I wouldn't be able to hear you.
So,
Did the repeater come back to you?
oh,
Okay, go ahead and transmit.
KB7ITU, W7KEA.
No, you're not hitting.
No.
You're tripping it, but you're not solid. KB7 ITU.
Elect-
Even the 449-900 up there, Jeff.
No, I'm not hearing you.
Okay,
I'm not hearing you either.
all right, let's go to the 9.4.
Okay. Okay, so we're not doing it. So now
9, 4,
we
13.
turn this to
This
the,
KB7 ITU. We're going to be doing some digital assisting here with the 9.4 for just a few minutes. If everybody would have patience there, we'll be finished up here in just a few minutes. KB7 ITU.
okay, Larry and I are both there.
Okay. All right. I am going to see if I can find something a little longer to send.
Jeff, you want to send something while he's looking?
Yeah, yeah, they're all there. So if you were just waiting for you to get there,
I'm there.
okay. Okay. So I'm going to load something a little bit more lengthy because I want to do a demonstration for you. Let's see.
Jeff, are you getting what I'm sending?
You're not sending.
It shows on my end that I am.
Are you on the 14694 repeater?
146.94, yeah.
Does your display show that you got a minus in the screen and a tone on it? There
Yeah.
it comes.
This is me sending.
Oh, that's you sending?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you getting me now, David?
Yes.
Okay, then you ought to, yeah, I'll go the other way too then.
No, that was the end of my message. Let me see. No, I'm not getting it, Jeff. I'm gonna check audio.
Yeah, you can't both send at the same time. That's why you send a tone out, is to make sure that, but nobody would have heard David because David was not transmitting. So,
Okay, well, someone's transmitting right now. I can hear it.
you're transmitting. Well, no,
Okay,
that was David still, or I mean, Jeff still sending it, the last of his. So,
mine's
Okay,
done.
I got it on my radio, but not in the software. I mean, I can hear it on the radio.
oh, if you're hearing it on the radio, you shouldn't be able to hear it on the radio. That means you're not transmitting any. Your audio's coming through your speakers, not through the digirig or the.
Okay, so I'm going to FL Digi. Input device is line USB audio codec. The other option is microphone, USB audio, and HID.
Yeah, okay, just a minute. I'm trying to find something here.
I think we need to set you up that way too, because it doesn't show that you got any blocks. And I was hearing it. So,
It should be showing the message down here. Is that what you're saying? What do you mean blocks?
right here where it says blocks, when you're receiving, that should be turning blue to
Well,
show that you've
okay.
received it.
Yeah,
I think we might all have this problem. So when you're ready, Steve, let's all go through this audio thing. I think
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will. I'm not going to send this whole poem, but I'll send a good chunk of it so that we can get a little better feel for this. So. Just a second here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was working, so at least your transmitter's working. Maybe your receiver's not, is the problem. So, okay, so
We need to go to the volume mixer.
let's double check where you've got FL Digi set at. So look in your config up at the top. Go to config
What program are you in?
on FL Digi. Look at my screen.
Okay,
FL Digi up at the top. Config
right.
dialog.
config dialog.
Config dialog, then go into device, sound card and devices. And both of these should be set to the USB audio codec.
Well, you've looked like you've renamed yours.
I renamed mine, yeah.
Okay,
Hit the plus there. Devices. US audio.
okay. So I have them both at USB audio codec.
Okay.
We're both there too, Steve.
And okay. All right. All right. So that should have done it. What is the
Well, no, Steve, let's go to the right click on the speaker and go to open volume mixer and let's check those.
okay? That should never change, but
Well, yeah, it changes because I use this computer.
yeah, but it won't change if you unless you unplugged it while the program was running, it will never change because once you plug that in, Windows recognizes the USB signal link or the
Okay.
digirig, and it's set for that, right? So, okay, so for right now, okay, can you see my screen now where it says system sounds?
Right.
Okay, so Jeff, for you guys, right click on, let's see, you guys running Windows 11 up there, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
So right click on the lower right hand corner, there's a little speaker icon, right click on it and go to sound settings.
Yep.
And from sound settings, scroll down to where it
Hold on,
says
hold on a minute. Close this one. We're done there. Right click on the speaker,
Okay, right.
right click. And now
I did a
No.
left click. I think.
right click. Now sound settings,
Right click.
left. Okay, we both have system sound up.
Okay, now scroll down to where it says advanced. And what you're looking for is volume mixer. Click on volume mixer right here.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Right or left?
now go down and find FL Digi
Okay.
Right or
right
left?
here. Click on this little arrow at the end and make sure both of those are set to USB audio codec.
Yep.
Okay.
Fine.
Now I send out a slide presentation too to all you guys that shows you how to do this. So
Yeah,
make
mine's
sure
set
you-
to that.
okay. Make sure you know where that's at if you ever have to look it up, and we're not on a net or whatever. Okay, now go back one. Just click that back arrow one time and go in here to where it says more sound settings. It's down below the advanced. It says more sound settings.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Left click on that and it'll bring up this little box here.
Hold on a minute. So go one click on that arrow.
Okay.
I'll scroll down.
More sound settings. And then left
Yeah.
click that.
Left click that.
Okay. Got it.
Okay,
Okay, yep,
you got this little box up?
yep,
Okay, so when it first comes up, you're going to be in playback. So
Yeah.
what you're going to do is go down to where the playback is. Mine's named TMD 710. But wherever it says USB audio codec, it may not have a 2 in front of it, but it says USB audio codec.
yep.
Okay.
That
Um,
should be checked green, right?
double, what's that?
It should be checked green. Should
Uh,
have a,
oh, you
Yeah,
mean
I
the
don't
color?
have,
Yeah, yeah, highlight, left click on it and highlight it. But you're going to double left click on it and it'll bring up another box.
okay,
Okay. Now you can name that right here, whatever you want to name it. If you want me to wait, I'll wait till you name that, whatever you want to name it. Name it your radio USB or something. That way you'll know exactly which one it is. You'll have no confusion of what other USB you may have plugged in.
okay, but this is specific for the terminal node controller, right?
For the sound card interface, for the signal link or the
Signal link.
DigiRig or yeah,
Right.
whatever the USB audio codec is.
So if I hook into our club has another radio with a built-in TNC,
Right.
I'd have to go through all of this for that radio too, so it would recognize that TNC.
You got to anyway, because it's going to be a different USB audio codec altogether.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go through that whole thing
Yeah,
again.
because I'll show you what I mean. Well, like for instance, let me just bring this up again while we're talking about that. Okay, so if you go down to like I'll show you in the volume mixer. If you notice here, I've got the FL DigiRig, which is my level for my stake, right? That's the oh, wait a minute, I'm in the wrong spot. Hold on. Okay, so right here, you'll see I've got the TMD 710 USB audio codec. I've got the ICOM USB audio codec, and I've got the USB audio codec marked SIG, and that's for my local stake net here. So
Okay.
I've got 3 of them that I have set up, but I know exactly which one I go to when I choose it. So, okay, so back to the
So-
adjustments here.
Before you leave that, so when you plug in a different radio, do you have to come back here and toggle anything, or once it's set up, the computer will recognize it?
No, if you're using the same, if you're using FL Digi, the same FL Digi program on both of them, you have to go in and change the audio configuration on FL Digi. You don't have to go into the computer and change anything, but okay, let me show you right here. So
Oh.
up here at the top where it says config, you have to go into config every time you switch between radios and go into devices and change these 2 right here every time.
Okay,
That's the easiest way to do it. It's way easier than trying to run. There is a way you can set up and run 2 instances of FL Digi, but it doesn't work very well and it gets to be a real hassle. So,
nope, I got you.
okay, so we're
Nice time with that. Let's get on. Yeah,
okay. So we're right here. If you double clicked on your USB audio codec, you'll have this little screen pop up.
right.
You renamed it. We're going to go into levels. Make sure that this is set as 0.0 dB.
Yep.
mine is.
Okay. Now go ahead and click OK on that one and go into recording and double check that your USB audio codec for that one is also set at 0.0 dB.
Where's recording? Where are we?
You just exit out of that last box and go back to the first one where it shows this.
Okay, then line. Should I double click on that one and rename that one?
On the yeah, go into recording and then just double click on the USB audio codec again.
Do I need to make either of these items default?
Yeah, we'll set that here in just a second. Usually on Windows 11, it's not near as critical as it was on Windows 10. Are you there, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay. So go into levels and make sure that your level also on your microphone is set for 0.0 dB.
So you with us, Larry?
I'm on speakers. How do I get the microphone?
Okay. X this one. Click that again.
Left.
Left, yep.
So while they're doing that, Steve, you just said that if we change radios, we need to come in here and change sound. We need to have a different configuration for each radio. I have two radios here. So do I need so I don't understand what needs to be different and how to do that.
Okay, so okay, so let me David, if you right click now, let's see, do you have both of your radios hooked up at this time?
No.
Okay, then I won't be able to show you that, but suffice it to say that when you plug that in, it's going to show a different USB audio codec in your device manager.
Oh, okay.
And so you have to go in and select that device for that USB audio codec in the configuration of FLDigi right here. So if I wanted to switch to my ICOM, for instance, I would go into configure, go into configure dialog. I'd come down here to sound, device, and where it says TMD 710, I would click on that and go to ICOM right here.
Right.
And then I'd select it. Now, if I selected that right now, I'd lose my waterfall because my ICOM is not.
Yeah, that's too much information. Okay. I just need I don't need to go down rabbit holes. Okay. So
Okay.
that answers that question. But don't I have to do, you showed something in the Windows 11 sound that you had multiple files for the sound.
Right. So you'll have to go and set that up for the first time with each one.
So I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Well, we'll address that in a minute.
Hold on a minute. What happened?
I just,
No, not there.
Let's get this, David. We'll get this all set up and working
fine.
properly, and then we'll worry about another radio
Yep.
afterwards.
And then I need to find out how I can plug two radios in at the same time.
Mhm.
Well, one thing you want to remember before you start any software is to make sure everything is plugged in prior to starting the software. Because if you plug, like for instance, if you plugged your ICOM in right now, you probably would lose the settings on your whatever you're hooked up to right now.
Right. So
yeah.
So it sounds like you have your multiple computers plugged in all the time. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. So that's what I need to learn is how to do that.
Right. So mine's all plugged in before I start any software, and then there's no issue, but I'll show you how to do that.
We're almost there.
Does it make any difference if I have FL message open?
No.
Okay.
See, both of my radios run simultaneously, but they're running on different programs as well, David. So my ICOM is my HF radio is running JS8 call 24/7. It never gets shut down. But if I want to run FLDigi on my ICOM, I have to shut down JS8 call and then go in and select the ICOM in the FLDigi settings. So, okay.
You
ready,
with us,
Jeff?
Jeff?
Yeah, so we've done both the playback and the recording. We renamed them. They're both set at 0 dB.
Okay, good. Okay, now go ahead and you've got this screen back up, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. So what you're going to do, and like I say, it's not as critical in Windows as it is in Windows 11 as it was in Windows 10. But the main thing you want to make sure is that your speaker and your microphone settings, not the USB one, the other one, is set to your Windows configuration as default, right? So this is my microphone. It's my webcam. That's what I'm using right now. That's set to my default. That's got the green check mark by it. It doesn't matter whichever other USB audio codec you choose as a communications device, or even if you choose one, but make sure that that microphone and speaker for your computer is set to default.
Okay. All I have is speakers.
Microphone.
Let me go look at Larry's.
So my microphone says USB audio and HID.
If you don't have, that's another thing with the microphone. If you do not have a microphone hooked up to your computer, like my webcam, my Logitech webcam has a built-in microphone, so it shows it as the master or the default device, right, for the program. If you don't have one of them, it may choose your USB audio codec as your default device, which is fine for the microphone, but not for the speakers. The speakers, you'll always have speakers on your computer, and they need to be set to the microphone to the default. So in other words, what you do is you just highlight it. Let's go to just go to playback for right now, and go to your speaker settings.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Let's check. That's what he wants. Oh, you want to double click on speakers?
Yeah, see mine, no, not double click on it. So, okay, if you look at my screen is the Realtek speakers.
Yep.
That's what the drivers are in there. So Realtek is what mine is. That's what I want to set as default. It'll have a green check mark by it. So
Yep.
just click on it once so it highlights it.
We're both there.
Okay. Just click on it once so it highlights it, and then go down to the bottom and click set default. And do the same thing with your microphone recording if you've got a microphone. Some computers have a built-in microphone. So make sure that you make that the default microphone.
Okay, so Steve, I have two speakers under playback sound. One is the USB audio codec, and the other one is the USB audio and HID. And it says default communications device on that one, and it has a phone icon next to it.
No, yeah, that one's set to the phone one that shows the default communications device. So what you're looking for, scroll down if you can, David. There should be, because the HID one is not the one you want for your main speakers, right?
Okay, well, the second, I didn't finish. The KII, which is my computer screen.
Okay, share your screen with me. Let me stop sharing.
Well, I have a dedicated computer for digital. I'm not a,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So I have my default device is my laptop monitor. It says HDD audio device
Set of headphones.
driver for display.
Oh, and it also shows headphones with it, right?
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
click on.
let's take a picture and text it to you.
Okay.
That's what you want right there.
And what about this one?
Just leave it. It's fine.
Okay.
So in theory, we ought to be able to, this ought to work now, right? All the pieces.
You could hope.
So we just want to click OK and get out of the sound,
No, hold on for a minute.
or
So I
Okay,
just texted you that.
Okay, I haven't received it yet. So yeah, Jeff, if you've got the speaker and the microphone both set as defaults for your computer itself, then you're good to go. You can go ahead and click OK.
okay to save it.
So the thing that's catching my attention, Steve, is that my playback default is the monitor and it has a green check mark, but the speakers has a phone icon on it for the USB audio and HID, not the USB audio codec.
Okay. Yeah. So leave your KYY as your default and
Right,
go up to highlight your speaker one. I hope this will work. Highlight your speaker one. Just left click on it one time
right,
and then go down to where it says set default and click the little arrow at the end. Click that little
right.
arrow and select USB audio codec communications device.
Got it. That changed the phone.
Okay, good. And okay, good. Yep, that's just right then. Okay, go ahead
Okay.
and click OK, and you guys can exit out of that. Okay, and I've got one ready to send here, so let me show you. And I'm going to stop. I'm going to turn off the radio partway through so that you don't get all the blocks. I want you to be missing a couple of blocks, and I want to do a demonstration for you here.
Can you share your screen first?
Yeah, I forgot I was not sharing still.
We X out of the system.
We just see a big head.
All right, there we go. Okay. All right, let me bring this up.
No, no, the screen.
Yep, there we go. Okay. So I go to the transmit screen and I select demo 2. Let me double check and make sure this is the one I want to send. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna left click on it and hold it and drag it over to the DND and release it. Oh. Okay, so it's suggesting I use compression because it's a bigger file. Just click close, and it will automatically choose the compression. So what the compression does on a larger file is just compresses it so it makes it smaller and faster to send. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start transmitting this, and I'm going to stop part way through so that you guys miss a couple of blocks. Here it comes. I'm just going to turn the radio off part way through. So
Okay, so I'm not seeing anything
Okay.
on FL Digi or FLAmp.
are you on 14694?
No,
Okay, I stopped it. Are
I'm
you
on
on?
one four, yeah, I'm 146.94. Let me just do an audio check. ITU, this is KE5STF.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Why is an FL Digi? Okay, so you're on it. You're on a Yaesu radio, David?
Kenwood,
Kenwood, the V71?
right?
Okay. On the side that you got the 9.4 set up on, does it have a D in the screen?
No?
Okay, then you need to be 9.4 on the other side of the.
Okay.
It has to have a D. So set the other side of the radio so it's digital. And do you know how to do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Tell me how you do that. Mine and Larry's are set up that way, but I don't remember how I did it, and I need to do it for
Well,
you.
you can either just enter the frequency that you want to transmit the data on that side that shows the D in the screen, or you can go into the menu, you hit function and then push in the VFO knob
Yeah,
and then go to I'm on the 710, my V71's over there, but go to TXRX. Let's see, it's different but anyway, it's in there and you modulate and you just scroll through it and select which band you want your digital B on. You can select A or you can select B.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm set.
Okay. All right. Here we go again. Let me bring it back up. KB7 ITU transmitting data. Okay.
So you ought to see it on this yellow screen.
Okay, it's coming across.
Okay. Are you guys getting it, Jeff?
I'm getting it. Are you?
Nope.
Larry's not.
Okay, let me stop again. Okay, so what radio is Larry using?
A V71.
Okay, so make sure that the D is in the screen that he's got 14694 set up on.
It is.
Okay. And is he hooked up to an external antenna, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 60-footer.
Okay.
Cards.
The only thing I can say is go in and check your configuration at the top of FLDigi and go into config dialog. And then check your devices again.
Well, devices.
Yeah, you're
Under sound card.
talk on that to Steve. Call Steve on that handheld. See if he can hear you.
Whiskey 7 Lima Sierra Sierra.
I copy. Yeah.
I don't understand why it's not working.
Yeah, we're lost.
You're on a handheld radio?
No.
No,
Did you
We're
did you go
we're
did you
both
go in?
on Kenwood D71s. We're both hooked to different antennas on our 60-foot tower. Near as I can tell, everything's looking the same.
Okay, so is it the signal link is plugged into the back of the radio, right?
it's over. No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's right here. And it's on. Maybe that's.
Everything looks right.
Okay, and you went into configure and configure dialog and double checked that these both were USB audio codec?
Yep.
Okay, open turn your squelch off down on the lower right hand corner of FLDigi.
Button.
Of FLDigi, turn the squelch off so it's gray.
Yeah.
Oh, right here.
The button.
It's off.
Okay. What color is your waterfall?
Well,
Open
there's
turn your
Yeah.
squelch all the way counterclockwise. All the way counterclockwise on that side and turn your volume down so you don't have to listen to it.
Now he's got a blue waterfall.
Okay.
Black
Okay.
before.
Okay, now tell me this. Is there a T or a TSQ in the screen? On his radio? Is there a T or a TSQ for the tone?
There's a T.
Okay. Okay. All right. So now that you've got the squelch open and the squelch off in the lower left-hand corner, let me try this again. You getting it, Larry?
Well, the green bar is going clear to the top, but I'm not seeing anything on the upper part of the screen.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll stop it again. Now, to where about just above on the line across above the squelch there, you'll see TR and then RV. Is that RV? Is that green? Right here. This one right here. Is that green like that?
I'm not seeing that, Steve.
Right there.
Yeah, it's green.
Are you pointing to RV on your screen, Steve?
Yeah.
Oh, RV. Right
Make
there.
sure that's not green. You want that off. Never, ever, ever turn that on no matter what you got. Never turn it on.
It's off. It's
Okay. Okay, you'll be able to copy now. Okay.
Still not getting anything.
Really? Scroll take your mouse, okay, look at my screen. Take your mouse and hold it in this section up here. And with your roller, scroll down to the very bottom.
That's it, I bet. There you go.
To the very bottom, huh?
Yeah, it's always got to be on the bottom. Now I shut that off for just a few seconds here. I shut the transmitter off. Now it's back on. So you're going to miss a couple of blocks. Okay, now I'm going to do it again.
We're getting it.
Okay, now I'm going to turn it back on. So there's going to be a couple of blocks that you're not going to have them all filled in like this. Right here on the receive screen, you'll see that these blocks are all filled in from what David and you sent earlier. But on mine, you're going to have a couple of missing blocks in there, and it'll tell you how many blocks that there are when you first start out. And as you receive those blocks, they'll disappear. Right?
Okay.
So I'm no longer getting anything on my computer. I'm not
Me either.
receiving your message.
Scroll down. Make sure that you scroll down to the bottom with your mouse on
Yeah,
that top screen.
I just clear my screen all the time. That way I don't have, but anyway,
Probably, yeah. I don't never clear my screen, so
yeah.
I'm still getting,
So, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I'm not getting anything.
I'm not receiving.
oh, I guess it's not transmitting. Okay. That won't work for me to turn it off then. So I'll just have to, okay, so what I'll have you guys turn your radios off and then back on halfway through. So that it's missing some blocks there because I need to show you this. So let
Okay,
me
I'm
start again.
transmitting. Jeff, are you getting it?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And who else is there with you?
Larry.
And
Larry, are you getting it?
Yes.
Well, the only reason you weren't getting me is because I turned my radio off and turned it back on,
Doing the same
and
time.
it shut off the signal link. So,
Oh, okay.
all right, go ahead.
The cow jumped over the moon.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop mine.
Okay, mine's done.
Oh, I didn't stop it quick enough. I should have stopped it earlier, and it would have.
okay, so we're all receiving now.
Okay, so Jeff so David, send that again, and instead of me trying to send, I'll control it from my end and turn mine off so I miss a couple of the blocks that you're sending, and then I'll show you how to make that work. So
So my blocks line never turns blue.
Neither does mine. Well, I'm sending. Maybe that's why.
yeah, you're sending is why.
Well, even when I receive, like right now, David's sending, I'm not getting anything on that blocks line.
Where's the block sign?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
That's supposed to turn blue. See how it's turned
That's
blue?
because I'm sending cows, not blocks.
Ah,
My block sign isn't.
Okay, it won't display anything till it's done. Well, it should have.
yeah.
What the hell is going on here? Oh, that's because I received it twice. Okay, if you receive the same message twice, you'll never see those blocks come up and you'll never see the message reappear. Okay? So let me get rid of this message.
I have another message I can send.
All right, just a minute. Let me bring it back up here.
I was in transmit, not receive. I need to click on the receive button on top.
Yeah, that's where you get your blue blocks. So
See, it's
just a second
filled
here.
now.
Okay, oh crap. That's not what I wanted to do. Damn it. Okay.
Where's your blue block filled? Mine's not.
All right, FLAmp.
Click on the
Come on, wake up, you poop.
cow jumped over the moon. See down here?
Oh, yeah.
Click on that message. There it is.
Okay. David, I'm ready when you are. And if you look at my screen, you'll see the blocks come across and you can compare your screen as David's sending. And then I'll stop mine partway through. Thank you, David, for being the guinea pig here.
Do we need, can we delete these out of the receive queue and so it starts over?
You'd have to start, yeah, as far as I know, just restart FLAmp, but he's sending a different message, so you'll get it this time. Now, as you notice too, while you're looking at my screen, you see this blue that comes across right here?
Yeah.
That's his computer telling your computer to operate on the mode that he is transmitting on at the frequency that he is operating on, right? So that's how that's set up. That's the control that he's sending out for your computer.
Wyoming cowboy.
This is just a notepad file that I was taking notes on.
Okay. Okay, see, you'll see that that first block did not clear away, blocks 1 through 4. And you'll notice that there's or blocks 1, I should say. There's
Yeah, it
8
says
blocks.
missing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now I shut it off again. Now I'm going to turn it back on. See it missed 2 there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Now you'll get this a lot on HF. On VHF, UHF, you probably won't get it as much because usually you've either got it or you don't have it at all. So, because you're going through a repeater. Now on simplex, you might get this if you're trying to transmit to a distant station on simplex.
Oh, how did you turn yours?
I just
Oh.
turned the radio itself off for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, now, David, I want David to fill in where he left where I missed the messages that he sent. So what I'm going to do is click report. Now you watch on your screen and see what happens right here. I'm going to click report
Which
right here
screen?
above on your FL on this screen, on your
Okay.
FL Digi screen, in the top part here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is click report. And it'll transmit this data right here. See, it shows that I'm missing blocks 1, 4, and 5. And David will get that, right? Oh, I guess I got to click. Wait a second. Mine's set up to transmit manually, so.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything.
Oh, you will now.
Just a second.
Okay. So you got that, David?
Just a second. I got audio playing here. I got to figure out where it is.
So then you just hit transmit to send that report.
Yeah,
and
so on the transmit screen, if you go, well, let's wait for David here for a minute.
Okay, so I didn't receive anything on FL Digi or FLAmp.
Well, that's probably because your audio, you was messing up with your audio there. So, okay,
No, my audio is my laptop with Zoom. My radio computer is separate.
okay, so scroll up or scroll down with your mouse roller, and it should be there. It should say this is KB7ITU or DE KB7ITU. DE, by the way, means this.
Oh yeah, okay, I see it.
Okay, so you see, I'm missing 1, 4, and 5.
It
Okay.
says missing 12 GO.
Yeah, but at the end it says right there 1, 4,
Oh,
and
145. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So in the transmit screen where I am right now, you can hit fetch. So if you
Right.
click fetch, it should load 1, 4, and 5 in the blocks right there.
It did. Yes.
Okay. Now If you hit transmit, not transmit all, just transmit, it'll only send me those 4 or those 3 blocks. And you guys can watch it fill in on my screen as he sends it.
So is it are you the only one receiving it, or is Jeff receiving it?
No, everybody will receive it, but it'll only fill in my blocks because theirs is already filled in.
Okay. That's pretty sweet.
Okay, now I'm not getting anything yet. You're not transmitting, are you?
Yeah. I clicked transmit,
Yeah.
but no, I'm not transmitting. You click cancel.
Okay, click XMit again on the transmit screen. Click XMit.
I canceled it, and it's not bringing the XMit up again. This says remove, add, or fetch.
Okay, just type in 1, 4, 5 in the blocks. In the missing.
Yeah, the blocks are there,
Okay.
but I don't get a transmit option.
Are you on the transmit screen up here at the top? Does it say, did you click on
Yeah.
transmit, or are you still in
Yes.
receive?
No, I'm in transmit.
So it doesn't give you the option, these options across the bottom right here?
It does, but it doesn't give. But all I have is where yours says XMit, mine says cancel, and it's grayed out.
Okay,
Then I have XMit all, and it's grayed out.
I wonder what you did.
What and this happened before. When I click cancel, this is what happens. So what I'm going to do is I have to close the AMP program, load it back up,
Okay.
bring the file in.
Well, you don't have to bring any file in. Well, yeah, I guess you do.
And then I'm going to put 1 comma, what was it, 4 5
Yeah, 1, 4, 5.
space 4 comma space 5, and then I can click transmit,
Okay,
and now it should be transmitting.
it is.
There's something about when I click cancel, it doesn't allow me to
Yeah,
resend it.
yeah, I've never had to click cancel, so I'm not sure exactly why it's doing what it's doing. Usually when I stop a transmit, I go down to the bottom where it says TR down in the right corner of the FL Digi screen down here, and I click this button right here and it shuts it off.
Oh, well, I clicked the cancel in FLAmp.
Oh, okay. Okay, you see the block just fill in? The filled in 2 of them of the three that David's sending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There, now it's full. Now it won't, now David's won't send anymore. It'll finish up and then it's done. So there you go. So that's how you request the files or the blocks that you miss.
And so you have to do that manually.
Yeah, that has, well, all you do is from the transmits from the receive screen, all you do is click report, and you've seen in mine where it said missing 1, 4, and 5. It'll transmit that I'm missing 1, 4, and 5. And then when David goes to the transmit screen and fetches it, if he fetches it, then and he doesn't have to restart it, it'll load 1, 4, and 5 in his block transmit buffer. And then he can just click transmit. And when he does that, it fills in my blocks.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Now you can read the message that he sent right here underneath these blocks in the receive section. You can see these messages or this message that he sent, or you can go to the top where it says file and go to folders, and you can go into receive right here, double click on receive, go to the date, which is today's date, double click on it, and you'll see the files that were sent. So I've got one from David, and I've got one from you, and you, I don't know, there's 3 of them there that were sent though. So Anyway, there's a fourth one.
So how did you get to that
Okay, so
file?
yeah, just go to the top, go to File, go to Folders. And it'll automatically put you in here, and then you click on Receive, RX. And then the date.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So when we close out, do they all erase from this screen? From the FLamp screen?
No, you'd have to restart it to get. I don't know. I don't know that there's a way that you can clear those. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not allowing you to. So you just have to restart FLamp if you want to get rid of them. But there's really no
No,
reason.
no, excuse me. So as far as in the receive, so I've been removing those files because I have where is it? In transmit, I can click remove. In receive, there isn't a remove.
You remove which files, David? I'm sorry. On this screen right here?
Well, you're on the receive, there isn't a remove. On the transmit, there is a remove.
Yeah. Yeah, that removes the one that you loaded on DND.
Right.
Yeah. But the only way to get rid of these two is to restart FL Digi or FLamp, I mean.
On receive, if you go to the upper right-hand corner, there is a remove button,
Oh, is
Oh
there?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yep,
there
sure
is.
enough.
and it
Oh,
removed
yep,
that.
that works. There you go. See, that's something new that they put on there that wasn't there earlier. So, yep, that'll remove them both. There you go.
All
Now,
right.
Steve, why do we need to drag a file into D&D? Can't we just go file, folders, and then bring a file in?
I've that's the only way I know that you can load them. That's the only way that it tells you how to do it in the software is that
Okay. You know what D&D means?
I don't.
Drag and drop.
That's
There you
probably
go.
exactly what it means.
Drag.
Yeah, drag and drop. Yeah.
I thought it meant don't know, dummy.
There you go. I like that one better. Boy, does that fit me. Oh,
So the application here, is this the same? FLAMP is the same. Um, it's not the same software. Is it the same? Does this software have the same purpose as FL Message?
just a different protocol. This one you can actually send an FL message. You can actually send ICS 213 forms, and you
Mm-hmm.
can't send forms in FLAMP. So it's just basically a message, just like you just received in Notepad form.
Right.
Okay. But in FL message, if you bring up FL message, let me put this to sleep. Okay, there you go.
What's the advantage of using one over the other, or the disadvantage?
The forms, the forms is the advantage or whatever.
So if we're
Because
not using forms, would we use FLAMP?
yeah, we use FLAMP more than we do FL Digi, absolutely, because it's all you're doing is sending, just text messages back and forth. But during an emergency situation, if you're sending a report for a hospital, for instance, they want to know how many beds are available and all that kind of thing at the hospital. There's a form for that, right? But in the same token, my preference is to use WinLink. Okay. Because WinLink will actually bring up a form. Like, let
Right.
me
So
take
what determines whether you're using FL Message, FLAMP, or WinLink?
now say that one more time.
What is the determining factor between which, if you're using FL Message, FLAMP, or or WinLink?
Whatever the receiving station is set up to receive. So a hospital a lot of times will be set up because there's more than one WinLink entity. There's commercial WinLink. There's all kinds of different WinLinks that you can use. SAR. Uh, uh, um, anyway, there's several entities, and so that's a popular one with hospitals, with sheriff's offices, with that kind of thing. Um, it's a one-on-one message with WinLink. There's it
Okay,
or one to one, one entity. So say
okay.
for instance, you had the entity as Madison Memorial Hospital. That's one entity, and it's only they will receive that message, right?
Okay, so that's the difference between FL message, FLAmp. This just goes out to the
Multiple
world,
people. Yeah,
right?
right.
And everybody has to be on their radio at the same time to receive it.
That's right. Where with WinLink you don't. WinLink you can set it up just like I have with my stake. I've got a radio set up on WinLink peer-to-peer, which is it runs all the time in the background. But if they need to send me a message, it's just like an email, right? It's a one-to-one basis. Well, with you can send it to multiple people if you send it to the WinLink server. You can like I can send it to Jeff and to you and not to Larry. If I want to send it to all three of you, I can put all three of your call signs in there. And each one of you will get that message if you receive it from the server. Or if there's a local server set up, radio only, right? So, and this is a whole nother horse of a different color. But suffice it to say that you can send, multiple recipients the message through WinLink. But mainly where WinLink shines is like for the way I've got it set up in my stake, they can send a one-to-one message to me reporting what they need in their wards, and I can print it out and send it to the stake president, for instance. So I get a report from each one of my wards saying this is the supplies we need, and then I can send it and besides the fact that WinLink is 100% error free, totally. No, no, it will not receive a message unless it's received exactly the way it's sent. FLAmp and FLDigi are not that way. An FL message, they receive they're forward error checking, which is really close, but it may have one or two, if the conditions are really bad, it may have one or two errors or something like that in it, which you don't have happen very often. But in a week on HF, in a week's receive situation, once in a while you'll miss a word or two here. You don't do that on WinLink. WinLink is
So does WinLink only work when the internet is working?
no. WinLink works independent of the internet or with the internet. For instance, David, if you connected to my gateway and was sending a message, say you wanted to send a message back east, right? And you sent it to W7LLJ or something like that, right? So you would send that message. If the internet was down in our local area, it would hold that message until the internet
Just a
come back
second.
on, and then it would send it.
Go ahead.
But if that station that you
Hold
were
it, hold
sending,
it, hold it just a second. Sorry.
okay.
I have all these different browsers open, and when I get off a phone, it automatically starts playing a video. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Okay, um, so if you're okay, so you send a message back east, right? The internet was down temporarily, right? So it will hold that message until the internet is available, and then it will send it. Or if that station connects direct to me, it will download that message to that station immediately. It won't go through the internet. So there's a built-in redundancy there that makes it nice. For instance, especially for local users, right? Mine's a local setup. It's not set up for HF. So it will work through the gate through the server, so you can still send a message back east through me. But
So
if you
with
want to
WinLink,
use it,
we can send like a text message, we can send images, we can send forms. Is that correct?
yep,
So
yep.
why would we use FL message or FLAmp?
Just to reach multiple people at the same time.
Well, you can do that with WinLink.
Yeah, it's not as easy though. It's not as with FL Message or FLAmp. All they have to do is turn on their computer and be ready for it, and it will
Right,
receive. Because it's real time, it's immediate, real
right.
time action as it's happening right now. Where WinLink in most cases, it's not real time. It's not happening at the time. It's an after action happening,
Right,
right? So
right.
that's one of the main things with FL Message and FLAmp is you can send immediately, and everybody's online at the same time, and you're sending to a multiple group of people.
So when I send someone an actual email from my computer to their email address, jack@gmail.com, it's almost instantaneous.
Right.
Are you saying WinLink is hours or minutes or days later?
No, no, it means that okay, so you can't send you can. You could send a message and then wait for him to send one back and then send another message with your standard with your standard email, right?
Right.
As it's happening. Say you're reporting an incident or things that are happening at the scene right at the time, say an earthquake or whatever. You can send and wait for him to acknowledge and send and wait for him to acknowledge, but you're waiting on the internet to send back and forth. Where FLAmp and FLDigi, when you type the information, he's typing back to you, you're receiving, and it's immediate. It's right at the time. It's real
So
time.
FL message and FLAmp are more like texting. WinLink is more like email.
Yes, exactly. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yep. Good analogy. Yep. So yeah, there's a lot of neat things, but and they have their own place, but like you say, it's definitely the texting is the immediate way of doing it. So, and then
Okay.
there's a new thing that they've got coming out right now. As you guys all know, I run APRS 24/7, so I see stations popping up on my map. If I get a WinLink message, for instance, it will let me know on my APRS map that I've got a WinLink message that come in. And it doesn't matter whether you're connected to the internet or not, you'll still get that message, right? And then you can bring that message up and read it if you want to. But what's nice now is they're coming out with a program, and that's what I'm kind of trying to get my little Raspberry Pi set up for. It's actually a node or a store and forward message system for APRS. So in other words, if Jeff didn't have his radio on up there to receive a message from me direct on APRS, I could send it to the server, and when Jeff got on, he could ping the server, and the server would download the message to him. So that's a new little thing that they've got set up for APRS that they're just developing. So where right now it's just a text message from point to point. So
Yeah.
but there's a lot of neat stuff that you can do with the different softwares. And once you get into it a little bit, it all runs together to where you pretty much understand which way you would prefer using, for instance, for your stake, like I told you earlier, my form of preference is WinLink for my stake peer to peer, not through the internet. So is there anything other questions that you had? By the way, we are going to, as you notice, the email I sent out, because of the issues that we had last night, I'm just going to go ahead and train everybody on macros, because you don't need to know all the in-depth stuff that he was trying to get into the other night. I didn't realize. I thought he realized that we were all pretty green. So, but anyway, I can show you how to set up macros and stuff like that, and we'll start that again next week. So next Sunday.
Yeah, one thing I didn't understand is that he was saying if he wanted someone to relay a message, and I thought, well, why would you relay a message if you're doing digital?
Well, because if for instance, if you can't reach the net control, right, or it's weak, propagation. Say you could reach Boise, but you can't reach your next door neighbor. Because a lot of
I could reach Steve, but I can't reach Jeff.
Yeah, yeah. So you wouldn't be able to reach Jeff. So you would send the message to me, and then I could relay it to Jeff. That's what he was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. Very good.
All
Been
right.
good discussion. We've taken around the loop a couple of times, backtracked, but it was good for all of us to do that again, and that helps us remember. So,
You mean on the macros?
well, no, I'm talking about today, we're going back and checking the audio codec and getting all that stuff squared
Oh
away.
yeah. Just don't forget, I sent that slide presentation out to you guys of how to do that on Windows 11. And well, it goes into Windows 10 too, but that's the procedure. So yeah, don't lose that, and you can set it up even if I'm not around. So
Yeah, I'll get to
And
try
and
with our Club Kenwood mobile here one of these days, so.
okay,
another thing I learned is that you got to make sure that your rig has the D, I guess, for digital.
yep,
So on mine, it's on the B band or the B side.
right.
And then I also learned that you can have multiple rigs hooked up, I guess, at the same time, but you need to change your codec.
Yeah, yeah, and you and just go in and set, and I can show you that real quick if you want, David. So, um, let's see. So, when you plug in your unit, your other radio, it will show up as a different USB audio codec than what you've marked your other ones. Like I marked mine TMD 710. I don't know
Right.
what you guys marked yours, but you'll know which one that one is because that one is going to be to that signal link. It's got a different driver and everything with it. So, but when I plug in the ICOM, it'll come up with a USB audio codec too, but you'll have to go in and change the name just like you did before with the other one, but it will recognize that. And then when you do that, remember you have excuse me, you have to go down to the volume mixer and go into the program that you're running. And well, you don't JS8 call is gonna, or I mean FLDigi. I don't know that it makes a whole lot of difference because I'm running the 710 right now. But if I switch over to the ICOM, this never changes, but it still works. So it's whatever you select in FLDigi that determines whether you're running which audio codec that you're
Right.
running. So, but yeah,
Right. And so
see,
apparently I can go directly from the ICOM to my computer without
right,
not using the signal link.
right, right, right. And again, I'll show you this in configure um, and sound card and devices. If I click on this, it'll show a couple of different ones. It shows the SIG USB audio codec, shows the ICOM USB audio codec, and it shows the 710 USB audio codec. So whichever one that I want to pipe that audio, transmit and receive audio through, that's the one I'm going to choose for both of these.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll work.
All right. Let me know if I can help you guys out any other time. So
Thank you.
Very helpful. Thank you.
Very appreciate your time.
anytime. Thank you guys for being patient with me. Like I say, I'm not a very good trainer. This is my first go around, so I can do one-on-one, but not multiple sometimes. So.
And we found out what D&D means, so that was good too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We all learned something a little valuable here. So there you go. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day.
You
Hey, you
too.
too. Bye.
Bye.